Avondale House was started in 1976 by a group of parents who had children with autism. At that time, autism was only diagnosed in about 10 out of every 10,000 individuals, and services were virtually non-existent. In the beginning, we provided respite services, or REST, for families of these individuals. Currently, autism is diagnosed in 1 out of every 88 people, and the need for specialized services is ever increasing. Over the years, we have expanded the services that we provide to address the educational, day support, and residential services needed by those on the autism spectrum. Our mission is to provide children and young adults with autism the education and training to develop to their fullest potential. We accomplish that through our 3 main program areas: our school, our adult rehabilitation program, and residential program. Our goal for each of the folks that we serve is for them to be able to integrate into their homes, their communities, and their schools. Because most of our clients are severely impacted by autism, they often have challenging behaviors, and some are even aggressive or self-injurious. To help those students, we need experienced, well-trained, and dedicated staff. In order to recruit that staff, we need the financial resources to offer competitive wages. Avondale House is the only autism-specific TEA-approved non-public school in the Houston area, which allows us to focus our experience on a very segmented population of students. Our main facility was built in 2007 and is specifically designed to meet the needs of those we serve. All of our classroom teachers are certified in special education by the State Board of Education, and we train all of our staff to be effective in whatever setting they're delivering services. We have a very low staff-to-client ratio in all of our programs, which also helps make our students successful. Our agency is effective because of the consistency of service we provide through a highly qualified staff. Consistency is important for those with autism, and the fact that we have staff members who have been with our organization for more than 25 years really makes a difference in the lives of our clients. We also have an extremely committed board that provides very effective leadership and governance for the organization. We measure our success by the success of the students and adults we serve. Each of our clients has an individual education or program plan that maps out their individual goals. Whether it is helping them to sit in a chair properly or teaching them to communicate, we are constantly measuring their success based on that plan. We also use the principles of applied behavior analysis, which is truly the benchmark of delivering services to people with autism. The goal for all of our students is for them to transition back to their public school setting or to be able to function well in their community. If we accomplish either of those things, we have succeeded. There are many misconceptions about who we serve and even about autism. When you think about the prevalence of autism being 1 in every 88, you assume everybody knows about it. But they don't. And the people who don't know can't truly understand the work we do. Autism is a spectrum disorder, and portrayals in movies and TV often show individuals who are higher functioning, have good verbal skills, and can interact socially on some level. But we serve clients on the other end of the spectrum, the ones who often have no speech or very limited speech, who have social delays, or struggle to communicate effectively. So the wide spectrum of autism causes a great deal of misconception. Other than the successes of our program participants, our agency has achieved several major accomplishments. The first I would like to share was in 1990 when we were accepted as an affiliate of the United Way. It was an enormous accomplishment for an organization with a very small budget and a very targeted population. That affiliation has really acted as a seal of approval for the community. Another major accomplishment is the facility that we built in 2007. We leased space from a church for 20 years using substandard environment to do above-standard work. We were able to save the money to purchase the land and then had a capital campaign that raised $4 million to build our current 33,000 square foot facility. One of the challenges we face is funding, and not just with donated dollars. Since we have contracts with school districts and contracts to receive Medicaid funding, we're vulnerable anytime there is a change in federal or state legislation that could impact those funds. We don't spend money on lobbying and rely heavily on community support to give us a voice. In spite of inadequate funding, we have been able to hire a great staff who provide a superb level of service. With additional resources, we would love to expand the residential program at Avondale House. We could open a fourth group home for individuals who are higher functioning and only require limited staff support. There's a tremendous need in the community for residential services because they provide a structured living environment an individual with autism needs. Many of our clients have significant behavioral issues and need intense training. The funding we receive from Medicaid cannot sustain the level of service we provide them. An early intervention program for 3 to 5-year-olds diagnosed with autism is an area where Avondale House could really fill a gap. Data shows that early intervention is key to minimizing the behavioral and social effects of autism. Yet children in that age group aren't typically referred to us. With funding to provide services, I am confident that we can prepare those children with the skills and the behavioral management needed to go directly into the public school system.